Yo, what's up, boys? This video is going to be me and Adrius placing second in DreamHack Finals on NA East. This video is going to be a little different than some of my other videos, so if you guys enjoy it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. So in these recordings, my settings on the software I use doesn't pick up my mic or my teammate's mic. So we're just going to be going around through these games, and I'm going to highlight important stuff that happened. So this was first game. We wanted to go into Coliseum, or I called that we should go to Coliseum. We're letting Orchard, by the way, in this tournament. I called we should rotate Coliseum so that we could get some Surge, because they were contested off spawn, so we were going to get some free tags. I saw them in this building somewhere. Yeah. We saw somebody on the far side, on the opposite side of Coliseum, where you see my mouse in the top right. So we were just crouching around, trying to wait for a play on somebody. And I got headshot sniped. First game, that's a really bad feeling. You know, I'm down, I'm like, oh shit, bro. This guy's got a solo clutch now. I'm like, okay, wait, I'm gonna get the res off. Turns out, don't get the res off, I die. So, I tell Adrius not to go for a reboot because it was too risky, they were camping it. So Adrius is just gonna play this game out as a solo. Right here, he's down on Surge. He's looking for anything and everything he can. He ends up needing to go for a play because he can't find any tags. So he starts fighting this duo. And at this point, like, I'm looking at his mats. I'm looking at everything. I'm like, this is a wasted game. I got headshot sniped. 0 point first game already. That's what I'm thinking right now. What ends up happening is kind of crazy. He hits a body snipe here on these guys third partying the fight. So then he goes to like 5 above, 2 above, yeah. And then the team that was under him actually starts getting ticked. So I'm spectating. I can see this guy take 25 shield right there. I'm like, alright, these kids are gonna fight you. This is free. They start fighting him. He absolutely shits on C's here. Bouncer up. Shits on him. It's a refresh. Now he's stacked. Look at his mats now. Look at his floppers. He's stacked. So I'm like, wait. He could make something out of this game. So he just sands through the zone. Sanding is OP in this meta. Gets into half. He's still above. And he doesn't actually, or sorry, not half, fourth zone. He doesn't actually need any tags because of that kill that he got. So he just stays in this spot, plays safe. It's a close half and half. Bouncer over to it. This game was insane, man. 46 up moving. Gets moving on his back. He's below this whole end game. So I'll just let you guys watch this play out. Because the boy Adrius is an absolute goat. $52 below. I'm telling him you gotta look for a kill probably because he's low mats. He needs to find something. He's just gonna keep going ahead. Gets a big tack right there. But it's still not enough to take him above Surge. So at this point, I'm like, alright, you got 4 builds left. You're just gonna have to go for a play. Gets zoned back on him, which is good RNG. It's only 47 below, so he can take a tick or two and just play safe and try to find something that's not too risky. There he takes 25 damage to Surge. And then randomly he goes above, Surge is off. I'm like, alright, Surge is off. You have 3 builds. Just try and clutch up placement here. And then, what do you know? It's the sand zone. So I'm like, bro, go in the sand, quick. Sand around. Makes it out on 16 HP. But it drops down the mountain. So I tell him to drop all the way down. Go under these builds. Boom, back in the sand. And now since he was the first person down the hill, he can sit in the sand until he's forced to get out. So right now he's just clutching up as much placement as possible because there's no point to try and go for kills. Here he is. No builds left. Just right now placement. And then he's going to go down. 6th place. So what happened to be me dying first zone turned into a 42-point game. Aegis clutching up. An absolute goat. This game, we were below on Surge for 70 Surge. Because we rotated the Zay Hill. Couldn't find any tags. So we're below on Surge. We're like, alright bro. We got to go fight this team on the bridge. And we head down to the bridge. Start a fight with them. I fry this guy super hard in the start of the fight. I'm like, okay, we're above. We can play slow, but I still want to play for these kills. Because we both have purple tacks from our spot. We're both stacked on loot. And then we get a kill here, and then I'm like, alright, yeah, we're definitely playing for these kills. Agers, just on one instantly. And then I heal up. He chases down the solo. We get both kills. We're stacked as all get out. Not too much happens in that rotate. Easy rotate. We see these guys fighting here. We're going to go for a double spray. So we spray it. Get a knock. I'm like, this is super free. It's close to zone. We're going to get the loot and then tarp in. Aegis goes down to a headshot snipe. Right now. First 2 games in a row. Headshot sniped in both of them. Get full sprayed by the team to hit the shot. That team comes behind. I have to give up the loot. Or I have to give up the revive. Grab the extra mats. This is just another solo clutch. Our first 2 games were both solo clutches. So I get a far half. It's an easy rotate though. I rotate dead side. Behind this house. Get in here. Nothing happens at half and half. I'm just playing to clutch as much placement as I can in this game. Same as Aegis did in the first game. When you're solo, in my opinion, you don't go for a huge game. You go for a game that will get you some points to keep you on the leaderboard. Which is exactly what we did in these first 2 games. I pop my pepper. And you guys will see the rotates here. Peppers on this meta are really strong. Just because there's no actual mobility. The only mobility are bouncers and peppers. So having peppers are really OP. So all this is me surviving and burning my mats until I'm out of mats. That's all you do in a solo clutch, is live as long as you can. Nothing too interesting in these first 2 games. Got 180 builds left right about now. Just tarping through. Get into this moving. Got 10 builds left. I saw those guys fighting, so I was going to go for something, but I got coned. So I dropped down to kill this kid. And then there was a guy behind me, which screwed me. Running out of mats. Just farming low ground placement. I get through here and I go down to my trio actually. Shout out Skittles. He kills me right there. And that's end of game 2. But again, those games didn't need to be good games. When you're solo, you just got to clutch up some placement, and that's exactly what we did in the first 2 matches. So this match, I don't think anything happens early or mid game, so we're going to go straight to end game. We get in here, and we find an AR spray here, a double spray. We get a few knocks on edge. I think it was 2, or we only got 1 knock, but other people died. So we tarp to this loot so that we can harpoon the mats, and something really unlucky happens here. Get RPG'd with no audio, and I die. But that team that RPG'd us started getting fought right away. First surge. So we got the res off, but we did lose a lot of shield, and we lost that loot that we couldn't harpoon. So that actually screwed us over a lot in this match. But we get a max distance first moving. We fortunately have 2 peppers, so we pop our peppers, and we just run through first right here. And then this game, there was some solo plays involved. So we're at the front of first moving right now. We hit that guy 1 shot. Can't get the kill on him. Look at our mats. Actually, Aegis had a lot. So Aegis just split me 400 metal, 350. We bounce her ahead. We're almost in zone. And we're just playing slow to try and find a safe impact. Get another max distance moving. I was gonna place a bouncer. I realized I didn't have one. And then right here, I'm like, alright, we need to get a kill. We break in this guy's tarp. Get a knock. It gets walled off. But our mats, so my thought process here is we're almost out of mats. If we don't go for this kill, then we're gonna get a few more points in this game. This is a play that had to happen. We had to make this play. Aegis didn't want to make it, so he called the tarp this way instead, and I was like, nah man, I have to make a solo play here. I go for the loot. I get the mats in the body, and then I'm stacked on mats now. I make it out, and I'm trying to find Aegis. I run into this kid. I'm feeling myself, so I take the 50-50, get the kill, drop back down to him, look at the refresh. 5-1-1 on mats. So that was an insane solo play that worked out in our favor. Drop Aegis the mats so he can tarp since I'm low HP. And now we just play our mats out the rest of this game. Just keep tarping ahead. We get low on mats here. So we drop down. And at this point, Aegis has 0 builds. I have 5 builds left. So I get to send 1 more box, I think. Or no, I was like, we just gotta drop low ground now. So we just drop low ground and 50-50 somebody. I doubted that kid, but Aegis gets the kill. And then he dies straight after. But that's still a decent game in DreamHack format. A top 7 with some kills is a decent game. Those are the games you're looking for if you want to stay consistent. Game 4 was interesting because the end game was actually right in our drop spot, which is rare and really lucky. So we didn't move from our POI the whole game. We sat in the same spot, got every zone. We were above on AR tags. We get into half, and I make an interesting play here. This is not something I would usually do, but I just tunnel vision on this. I was feeling myself, so I made this play right here. We got a max distance first moving, and I see these kids. I crack them there, take the wall first try, cone in, instantly hit on them. And we're edge zone, but we just got a full mat refresh. If we can get ahead here, then our game is so set. And we have bouncers, so we bounce her in. I think Aegis gets fried here. No, he doesn't. That's a different game. And then we just heal up, get ahead. Another bouncer. Oh yeah, that's where he gets fried. This was scary here because we got separated. So I was like, alright bro, I'm just playing solo here. So we play solo for a second, find each other. I think he's on me now. Yeah, he is. But I have to heal up. So I let him take over and throw our splashes. This was crazy right here too. A kid just walks in our box from somewhere. I start tarping. It's so laggy. We bounce her around these, all the way in front. God bouncer right there. Following this kid's tarp. Finally, we get to a safe spot. Oh wait, no, we bounce her again. Now we're in a god spot. After all that chaos, we find a good lair. We're stacked on mats. We both heal up. And all we do is play our lair from here, play low ground with our mats, and look for free kills. Just keep tarping low this whole endgame. We have like no kills right now. I think we only have 2 kills. And Aegis got both of them. So now it's final zone. This meta usually goes to heal off, so I'm saying we just need to frag everyone on low ground. Get as much kills as we can, since we have no whites to heal off with. So we're just playing for all the kills we can find. And plus we're almost out of mats. That was my last build right there, but we find some refarm. Shit on that guy. Kaz down. And then something unlucky happens here. We see this kid on this metal wall. There's a kid here. So Aegis boxes in front of him to try and go for a kill. And then he messes up by going into the box. And then the team above kills him. And then I was like, alright, I have no builds left. I just need to get in this building and play my life. They take that wall. I get inside. I was breaking in. Aegis calls that they're coming behind. Then watch these tack shots, bro. Watch these. Max damage. Max damage. If I would have got those kills, if that guy was only 120 HP, that's 10 points. And I win this game. Because what happened was Saf was on height in this match. Saf and Stretch were on height. And they only had like 50 white HP. So I would have won the heal off. Would have won the game. And it would have been a few more points. But we still wouldn't have got first place off that. We got game 6 pulled up. Wait, no. This is game 5. Jub, this is game 5. Cut this part out. This game. Game 5. Another north zone. We just pick an easy hill to sit on. Grab some surge. We're above for first surge. I do a sick rotate here. So, let's see if I can find a picture of me opening the map. No, I don't see it. Anyways, it pulls north. So what I say to Aegis is we're going to get in this car. We're going to car to center of this zone. And the team that was next to us actually had the same idea that I did. So me and this other team just car straight away. And get into center second, I think this is. This might be third. I can't tell from just the mini-map in the top right. We car all the way around. Aegis just popping snipes at people. And then what happens is this car starts getting sprayed by everyone that was in front of us. So I'm like, alright, these guys are fighting Aegis. We need to get some tags right now. We start spraying through, trying to find anyone. And Aegis ends up killing one in that box, I think. Or no, he got a finish. So I'm like, alright, we're going to box fight this. This is free loot for us. We get on the wall. It's just a solo left. So we scare the solo away. Push him back. We don't need the kill. So we take all the loot. And we're sitting center zone. Stacked out of our mind. And right now I'm like, wow, this is gonna be a good game. So we just chill out. We end up getting hit by this surge a little bit because we couldn't find any tags, but we just out heal it until we're above. And then we go into moving. Moving pulls on our we don't pull moving. This opposite height team pulls it, so we give up height on our side, which is unfortunate because if height pulls back on us or if moving pulls back towards us, then we're instantly on height. We instantly win this game just from that. We don't pull moving. That's whatever. So another mid-game match, or a mid-ground match. We sit on mid-ground. We look for beams on height. Can't get anything. So we just end up riding our mats out, playing a mid-ground layer until we're low on mats, and then we start dropping. Same old, same old. I find some people fighting here, get a kill, but I missed some of the mats. I got 250 brick off of it, which was good. So we keep tarping in. Aegis goes down, and I'm just a solo at this point. Trio mate down. Skittles get shit on. And then low builds. I see this kid in front of me in a second. You'll see here. This kid right here. I see this guy and I'm like, this guy's a solo. I'm about to roll this guy. And he's popping a med kit. He's got to be low. It doesn't get me in the box first time. It doesn't get me in the box second time. And then instead of just trying to hold my tack out, I went for a play on him. He was only 90 HP. I would have got that kill. Another average game. Nothing crazy, but not too shabby. Oh, this is what happens. We see a solo. We carve straight into his box. Me and Adrius roll him. EU player down. Thomas HD. We get his loot. We got some surge off that. And now since we have a kill, I'm like, okay, Adrius, we're going center zone. We're not playing edge for tags. We get in. Pretty chillax mid game this match since we had center zone. And then half pulls really far from us this game. So we wait last second to rotate. And we make this half and half rotate. And right here, Adrius has the bolt. We see the height team over peeking. Adrius hits a snipe on him. It wasn't a headshot, but it was a body shot, which makes him heal. So then we take height behind them. Now we're up on height, and we just have to keep our height on this side of the map. That team tried to contest us, so I ramped up for it. We chill out until moving zone pops. It pulls towards us. Luckily enough, the gods answered our prayers. But this team on the opposite side tried to continue to hold height. And look what happened. These guys popped up behind him and shit on one. Thank you, boys. I don't know who that was, but they helped us out this game. So, we attempted to hold height this whole game. I like to call that a Zate classic. Holding it all the way. No cares in the world. We get contested a few times for it early on. And look at our mats. I'm 7 builds right here. So we're just trying to stay ahead. We're below on surge too. So I'm trying to get tags. And then this guy comes out of nowhere. I'm on 4 builds. 3 builds now. I'm like, okay, we have height finally. He comes again. Wait for it. When does it happen? There he is. I attack him whites. And then he comes up behind us again. This guy's a psycho. Epic Will down. Now we just got a quick 0 mat refresh off him. And we hold height this whole game. From there, no one else can test it. Hold height this whole match. Get some kills. Now this end game right here, we threw so bad. So we get to the final 2v2. It's a duo on low ground. And we have 0 builds each. I have 2 splashes for whites. We insta-kill this guy. And right here, where does it happen? Right here, I see him running storm. So I'm like, okay, this guy is whites. If we want to win this game, we have to go and kill him in storm. What I should have done is told Adrius to go kill him, and I play heal off with my 2 splashes. Because he went in zone so early. He went in 12 seconds before it closed. But I panicked. And I knew that I had my knock. So I went in storm knowing that I would get a 50 siphon tick. Right there, I get it. I throw a splash. And right here, he's out of whites. Like, if we just play the heal off, we win this game. But he 2-tacks me. I hit him for 90. Adrius runs in storm to try and get the kill. But he sees my splash that was on the ground, grabs it, throws the splash, and wins the heal off by 1 tick. If we just play, look, 10 HP. If we play our heal off, we win that game. Another throw, but still a solid match. This is game 8. I did not record game 7 because we got like only 10 points in it. We threw that game pretty bad. So here you have the last game of the tournament. We made a crazy play here. We were driving, and think about it, we're first place going into this match, so we don't want to throw this game, but I'm a savage. So we see this guy in this hut, and I don't see his teammate anywhere to be found, so I'm like, alright, we're keying this kid. We'll get our surge, we'll get everything we need, and we win this last game. Drive in his box, Adrius cones him, we fishy down, control player out of there. Hit him with the shake. We get tons of loot, good surge off him. Now we can drive center zone. We drive all the way in. And this was a mistake. We placed ourselves on edge of this zone. so that we could look for more tags for 50 surge. But we should have just went center. It resulted in us having a long rotate here. And then when we get in, this is the second time this has happened to me in a tournament. Last game, we're doing really good. We get double gas scanned. And look at my mats now. 4-3-2. Double gas scanned. Instantly down to 4-1-2. Burned so many mats. Burned more mats in this rotate. We can't find any refresh on this half zone. There's no one to fight. So we're just going to play the mats out, look for a refresh and moving. Get a max distance first moving, of course. Max distance. So we bouncer at one time. We don't have another bouncer. We start tarping in. And we get in zone here with this wood tarp that we have. But what happens is there's moving surge. So even though we got in with this wood tarp, those 8 teams that need, or those 8 players that need surge, they start spraying our wood from every angle because they need tags. And wood was our only mats. We didn't have any hard mats. So it just goes down right there. I'm a solo with some white heals, getting ticked by surge. 8 builds left. Not much I can do in this scenario. I play out my mats. Drop down and I get a kill here. Commandment. Go down to this guy flopper flank. 17th place, 2 kill game. Match, but that was our last game. We took home 2nd place. Made a little bit of money. Pretty happy with our performance. We played really consistent. We just had 2 bad games. They weren't 0-point games, but they weren't great games. Our elims weren't as high as Clix's. That's why he was so much higher than us. 12 kills, 10 kills. They just fragged out way harder than we did. So, congrats on them for taking first. But I'm so happy with 2nd. And we go again next tourney, boys.